Shalom unto the elect of the nation of Israel, which were considered the 144,000 and the 1/3 that's destined to be saved. That's of so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American descent by the seed of thy father. And furthermore, before I get into my lesson, I want to start off by giving all praises unto Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah, Chodash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of great millstone that teach and that rule well today. And salutation also to the fellow laborers that's in the ministry and the believers that's in the faith that's scattered worldwide in all truth and sincerity, day in and day out. Shalom. I'm the brother Shaquat Gabar from the Great Millstone, South Carolina Mentless Branch, coming at you with another lesson. And as you can see, I have this article queued up on the screen, okay, which is off of apnews.com. And you can see the headline: law-abiding adults can now carry guns openly in South Carolina after governor approves new law. Okay. Hey, so this the times that we in, man. Okay, because we know when it comes to the so-called Constitution of America, okay, the amendments, you have the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms, okay, which, here in America, the American citizens known, okay, they have the freedom to have guns, man, okay, mainly for these Edomites, man, okay, which, the gun, which is the modern day sword, is the blessing of Esau, Edom, okay, the sword, okay, and they come in various ways when it comes to their military, okay, when it comes to, at this time, their advanced weapons, and also the guns. And America known for, citizens that had a right to bear arms. And due to, years prior, okay, when it comes to guns here in America, okay, that's the, leading to one of the top rate of crimes, okay, deaths, okay. And, like I said, but now even an average American have a gun, okay, when it comes to these nations over here, okay. And we know more now, the reason why they pushing these, open carry laws, okay, due to the whole border crisis, okay, these so-called illegal migrants or immigrants coming over to the border, and they can be a threat, okay, or now that, people so on the edge now due to inflation, prices going up, job losses, okay, theft, robbery, okay, kidnapping. These people now are in the frantic mode to, hey, we got to protect ourselves, man. And we also coming into town leading to a civil unrest, civil wars, that these American states, which, the talk now is that it's division, 25 states divided against Biden regime or campaign when it comes to this whole border crisis. And you had these American patriots, start with these Edomites, okay, ready to take up arms and fight against their own government. So hey, that's division. Hey, so now South Carolina is the latest that had a right to open carry. Okay, any individual can have a gun in public in certain places, man, long as they have a permit, okay, which supposedly is legal, okay, a permit or no permit, okay. Gun violence is, is shooting through the roof, okay, and that's all biblical prophecy, man, because we coming in a time of great division here in America, and at the same time, you got certain politicians want to ban certain limit of guns, okay, when it comes to ammunition, okay, certain assault rifles or heavy artillery guns being sold in these, stores, gun shops, pawn shops, okay, or people that selling them on the street, black marketing, okay. Now you can, purchase it off of certain websites, okay, long as you legal, okay, and you don't have no criminal background, man, it's like that, man. But we're in the time now, the Lord is showing us the time of great division, and it's all prophecy. So let me read us, a little bit of this article once again, which is off of AP News. Law-abiding adults can now carry guns openly in South Carolina after governor approves new law. Like the crime already ain't bad here in the state of South Carolina. Okay, especially when it comes to Columbia, okay, the capital, but all throughout different counties and cities, man. But it says Columbia, South Carolina, an adult who can legally own a gun can now carry one openly in South Carolina after Governor Henry McMaster signed the bill into a law Thursday, just a day after it received final legislation approval. And it says gun rights supporters had pushed for the law for nearly a decade, first allowing open carry for people who took the training to get a permit to carry a concealed weapon. Encouraging that kind of training was one of the biggest roadblocks of the first new law. Okay? And it says a senator proposed to provide millions of dollars for a free gun training across the state needed to get a concealed weapons permit was part of what cleared the way. The law also provides stiffer penalties for people who repeatedly carry guns in places where they would still be banned, like schools and courthouses. Okay, and now you got certain states. Okay, when it comes to the schools, due to now all these supposedly school shootings, okay, they even try to pass bills into law that have certain school staff members, such as teachers, that had a right to have a gun in the classroom, okay, for protection. Okay, but certain states are not for that. And it says, like schools or courthouses or committed crimes while armed. Whether they use the weapon or not, the penalties can be enhanced if the offender doesn't have a concealed weapons permit. Okay, and like I said, we're in the time now. Okay, people, they on the edge, man. People don't give a damn if, they can carry a gun without a permit or not. Okay, even if they trying to make it legal for certain people who, are qualified, man. Okay, it's gonna just get bad from here on out, man. Okay, because we coming at a time once again, America coming to the point of civil unrest. Okay, it's gonna be civil wars, clash wars, race wars. Okay, so that's it on the article, and I'm gonna get a couple of scriptures, and I'm gonna start off with Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1. And it says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, their right grievous, which they have prescribed. Yeah, so America known for it written unrighteous decrees when it comes to these laws, man. Okay. And besides the government of America, when it comes to the federal or certain the Senate, okay, the Supreme Court, you got they form legislations. But even when it comes to certain states, okay, they have different legislations. Okay, all these states don't have the same quality law or equal law. Okay, some states have different laws, man, when it comes to, such in this case, issues of gun control. But all of it is unrighteous decrees, man. Okay, besides any other unrighteous decrees or legislation they put in law for the people so-called well-being. Okay? And it says, and that right grievance which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and they that might rob the fatherless. Yeah, because like I say, you got certain laws. You got the white collar laws, okay, basically for Edomites, white supremacy, and you got the blue color laws for the average American citizen. When it comes to mainly blacks, okay, like an example, you might have a so-called white person and a black person, okay, so-called commit the same crime, but the white person get a fair shake or less time, okay, then the black person that'll get more time for the same crime, man. Okay, because we know that this is Esau, Edom, Canaan, and we also know that when it comes to the Negro, Latino, Native Americans, this is our captivity. Okay, so that's another example of unrighteous decrees, man. But they say here in America, everybody are equal. Okay, justice. Okay, so that's it on that. And who be affected the most when it comes to these laws, these unrighteous decrees? You Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, especially when it comes to an example, the penitentiary. Okay, the jail system, the court system. Okay, it is a very known fact how a lot of these, when it comes to Israel, okay, a lot of them commit certain crimes that they ought to be put in the prison center system or the prison center. Okay, but a lot of jakes are being railroaded, man. Okay, for labor, cheap labor. Okay, etc. So that's it on that. But the point is, it's gonna come a time when all hell break loose and this place totally collapse, and it's gonna lead to civil unrest, man, anarchy. Like I said, you're gonna have these Edomite American patriots taking up arms, certain militia groups that come against their own, government, okay, or your average Edomite American coming against their own government when it comes to the time of martial law, okay, when it comes to the time of lockdowns, curfews, okay, travel bans, okay, and even going to have the majority of our people that in the mind frame of being militant, taking on arms that come against this government, or like I say, in certain cases, going into the time of race wars, man. Okay, and, even amongst our people, they're gonna be, as always known in that stereotype, which is true. Okay, when it comes to black on black crime, okay, they these Negro, Latino, Native Americans blowing each other away daily. Okay, and we got that saying here at Great Millstone. When it comes to niggas owning guns, it only work on niggas. Okay, and that's true at this point, man, because our people known to take each other out, man, over senseless murders, man. Okay, and they push it throughout the media, the entertainment. Okay, when it comes to the movies, the music. Okay, that our people entice and think that's the type of lifestyle. Okay, to be a thug, a gangster, a dope boy. Okay, and that doesn't apply to all Israel. Okay, but majority of our people think that way and live their lifestyle that way. The hood, the block. Okay, so when things get more and more to the point of lawless, okay, it's gonna be a bad ordeal. Okay, let me get this. But that's Second Esdras, chapter 15, verse 14. And it says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein." Okay, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh. So the modern day sword is the guns. Because when Esdras seen the end time prophecy when it comes to, the sword, the instrument of war, he didn't have the terminology or the vocabulary, okay, the word gun back then. So he described it as close as an instrument of war during his time, which is mainly was the sword. So the modern day gun is the sword. And we have that saying, oh, what's Yahweh Shai? Where he told Peter, where those wicked scribes and Pharisees and the chief priests and Roman centurions came and hindered Yahweh Shai, and Peter took out his sword and smoked one of the individual's ear off, and Yahweh Shai used the spiritual power to heal it and put it back on his head. And what he told Peter, those that live by the sword going to perish by the sword. And we have the modern day saying today, those that live by the gun shall die by the gun. Okay? So us that's in the faith, man, that's another example of, not being carnal, not trusting in, guns or weapons. Which you have a lot of Israelites that's in that mind frame. Okay, individuals that they know they're Israel, they're talking about taking up arms and they come against Esau Edom's system. Okay, being militant. That's not going to be the way, man. Trusting in Yahweh Shai Shai is going to be our cover, going to be our hope, our defense. And it says, 2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 15, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh. One people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. And that's good. That's where you have your civil wars, clash wars, race wars, Third World War. Okay? But in this case, going into civil wars, mainly here in America. And you got civil war taking place all throughout different parts of the region of the earth when it comes to these other countries, protesting and rallying. Okay? But they ain't on the length that they have, guns to go against their own government. But it's a known fact here in America that this place is known for the right to bear arms and the gun violence that take place. So how you think it's going to be when all hell break loose here in the States, man? And Edra's giving a description of it, okay, of the prophecy. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh. One people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, invading one another, and they shall not regard their kings nor their princes. And the modern day kings and princes are the president, the governors, the mayors, senators, these politicians. So when all hell break loose in the time of martial law and civil unrest and anarchy, people going to take matters in their own hand. Okay, they ain't going to give a damn what the government had to say, what they're going to issue out. And it says, they shall not regard their kings nor their princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. And that's going to be due to the time of martial law, concentration camps, curfews, travel bans, barricades. You got an up-and-coming movie, okay, that they supposed to release, which they named Civil War, okay, in the next month, okay, in April. So they know what time it is, man. And us that's in the faith of the hopeful elect, we know we're in the time of Yahweh Shai bringing judgment, okay, bringing plagues. And one of the plagues is civil unrest, when all hell break loose. Race wars, okay? And it says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Okay, so we're going to the nations, men. Okay, start with men, women, and children. And 2/3 of Negro, Latino, Native Americans, according to Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8, are going to get caught up into the wrath of the Lord. Only the elect is going to be delivered, the 144,000 and the 1/3. When it comes to the covering of the Lord here in America, when it comes to the elect. But 2/3 of our people are going to be destroyed. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. So that's going to be another reason why when it comes to these, civil unrest, when all hell break loose, people going to be taking up arms due to the lack of bread, power outages, no running water, no electricity, no more jobs, the money being obsolete as these elites of Esau Edom ready to move forward with a cashless society and ready to implement the RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast. Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. That's going to replace the physical US dollar, which is nothing but debt. So people going to take matters in their own hand. Survival of the fetish, man. So that's it on that. Let me see. Now I'll probably end it there because, like I said, just wanted to do a quick lesson on this whole new legislation here in the Carolinas, South Carolina. And you just had Henry McMaster pass the bill of open carry here in South Carolina. As you can see, once again, off of AP News. Law-abiding adults can now carry guns openly in South Carolina after governor approves new law. Okay? And best believe me, this is, there's, South Carolina made 28 states now that have the right to open carry. Okay, but best believe, man, a lot of states gonna follow suit, man. When all hell break loose, man. And things get more intense leading up to this place destruction, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the lesson here. And I pray that the lesson be edifying. Until the next time, Lord willing, shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom.